Name of Allah, my dear students of class 10th, the topic for today's video would be classification of industry. We will classify the industries according to on the basis of their the different aspects. Like you can see here, these are the types of industries. There are various types of industries. Like at industries, we can classify industries on the basis of labor. We can classify them on the basis of raw material, on the basis of ownership, on the basis of source of raw material, and the miscellaneous reasons. Okay, on the basis of labor, we have large scale industry, medium scale industry, and small scale industry. Then on the basis of raw material, when we classify the industries on the basis of raw material, we have heavy and light industry. We will discuss these later on the basis of ownership, we have private sector, public sector, joint sector, cooperative sector, and multinationals. Okay, and then on the basis of source of raw material, we have agro based industry, mineral based industry, pastoral industry, then forest based industry. And on the basis of different other reasons, that is the miscellaneous reasons, we have village industry, we have cottage industry, we have consumer industry, ancillary industry, basic industry, capital intensive industry, and labor intensive industry. Now we will discuss them one by one. On the classification on the basis of raw material, when we take raw material, that means the thing from which the products are manufactured in the industry, we have two types. We have agro based industry and mineral based industry, that we discuss in that very table. Okay, in that very figure. Like we have agro based industry. Agro based industries are those industries where the raw material is from agriculture, is drawn from the agriculture. Like we have cotton industry, we use cotton, woolen, jute, silk texture, rubber, sugar, tea, copper, etc. These industries are agro based industry, like the raw material is all from the agriculture. And then we have mineral based industries. Mineral based industries are the industries where the raw material is minerals, that is drawn by the minerals, got by the minerals. That is, we have iron and steel industry, we have cement industry, aluminum industry, and petrochemicals, etc. On the basis of the main role of the industries, we have basic or key industry, and then we have consumer industry. Basic or key industries are those industries where they supply their products or raw material to manufacture other goods. Okay, here in these industries, they manufacture the products, and then it becomes the raw material for other industries. Like we have iron and steel, we have copper smelting, we have aluminum smelting. Okay, and then we have consumer industries. Consumer industry is that very industry. Okay, these industries produce goods. They produce goods which are directly used by the consumers. Nothing is in between. The consumers are directly used the things manufactured in these very industries. In the consumer based industry, like we manufacture sugar in sugar industries, we manufacture paper, electronics, soap industry, etc. These are all consumer based industries. Okay, and then on the basis of capital investment, how much capital we use in these industries, we invest in to make these industries functional. We have small scale industry and we have large scale industry. Small scale industry, if the invested capital, when we use the capital, when the investment is up to 1 crore only, then the industry is called a small scale industry. That means the total total investment, total capital used in these industries is only 1 crore, up to 1 crore. Okay, it could be lower than 1 crore, or it is 1 crore. And then we have large scale industries. If the invested capital is more than 1 crore, then the industry is called a large scale industry. When the money we used to make this industry is more than 1 crore, then it is called as large scale industry. Going further, it is we can classify the industries on the basis of ownership as well. Okay, it is first type is public sector industry. These industries are owned and operated by government agencies. Public sector means when the owner of the industry is government. For example, we have SAIL, we have BAIL, we have ONGC, like companies which are completely government honored. Okay, and then we have these private sector industries. Here the owner is an individual or a group of individuals. Okay, like we have Tisco, we have Reliance, we have Mahindra, etc. Another type is joint sector industries. These industries are jointly owned by the government. This is the joint venture of public sector and private sector. Here the owners are government and an individual or a group of individuals. Like we have oil industry limited. This is a joint sector industry. The fourth type is cooperative sector. These industries are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw material, workers, or both. Here in cooperative sector, people cooperate with each other. They produce suppliers of raw material. These resources are pooled by each stakeholder and profits or losses are shared proportionately. Okay, here these profits are shared proportionately. Okay, they do have, everybody is having his own share on the basis of what the raw material they are producing. Like we have Amul, which is a milk cooperative, is a good example here. The sugar industry in Maharashtra is another example. This, like we have different other cooperative sector industries in Punjab, in Kashmir, in other states as well. Based on the bulk and weight of the raw material, on the basis of this weight of the material or the bulk of the material, we can classify industries on in two types. Like we have heavy industries and we have light industries. Heavy industries means where the weight of the raw material is very heavy. Like we have iron and steel industry. Here the raw material is very heavy, so these are called heavy industries. And the light industries where the raw material is very light in weight, that is we have electronics. Here you can see the classification of industry as primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary industries. In primary industries, industries that extract raw material from the ground, surface or the sea, example including mining, farming, fishing. These are the industries where we use the raw material directly from the nature. These are called the primary industries. Then we have secondary industries that manufacture, assemble or process the raw material into usable goods. Like we use the raw material and then we make the things which are usable. Okay, like we have car assembly, we have steel making industry. These are the secondary industry. Then we have tertiary industries that provide a service to individuals. Here we produce services to the people, to many people, and for businesses as well. Like we have transport industry, we have tourism, we have retails. Here the people and people get services from these very sectors. Like we have transport, tourism, retail. And then we have quaternary industries that are involved with the development and design of new technology and products. These are research and development industries, example computer research, mobile phone technology. These are the industries where we design new technology, where we research different things. That these are the quaternary industries. This was all regarding the topic. Thank you, my dear students. Hopefully you would have understood all the things. Thank you very much.